Hey guys, long time no see. Hey, this is Gundoc. I'm back. We've got a little Medal of Honor Warfighter beta action going for you. Um, I know I've been off the scene for quite a while. For those of you who don't know, my son was born about 4 months ago, so I've just been super busy trying to deal with a newborn. But I'm starting to get back in the swing of things. Um, Medal of Honor Warfighter beta came out on Friday. Been playing a lot of it. Really good game. Uh, Only complaint I've got about it actually is the menu system and the character progression and things like that that you can do with creating your custom, soldier. It's kind of convoluted and EA didn't really do a good job of explaining how to navigate the menus and what they do. So that's what this video is. It's kind of a tutorial of how to go through the menu systems and what everything does to kind of enable you to get a better game. So we'll start off here. You just go to multiplayer here. Obviously, you got to have an Origin ID to log on. And all right. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I actually enjoyed the reboot of Medal of Honor in 2010. I thought it was a good single player campaign and story. The game mechanics were great. The multiplayer was kind of half-assed, I thought, just because DICE handled the multiplayer, whereas in this new Medal of Honor, it's all done in-house. So Danger Close is doing both the single-player and multiplayer aspect of the game this time around. Obviously, they're using the new Frostbite 2 engine. It's the same game engine that powers all of DICE's new games, or a lot of EA's games for that matter, since EA owns DICE. But it's great graphically. It looks superb. So here we are in the front end of the menu. As you can see, there is a lot going on here. So let's just kind of take a quick stroll through the menu system here. On the front page, you've got quick match, recent server, favorite buddies, introduction, back to main menu. You've got a news feed, and then down at the bottom right-hand corner, it kind of gives you an update of how your buddies are doing, what trophies they've earned, achievements, and so forth, so forth. And we'll get more into this menu here as I go along in this tutorial. One of the first things that you want to do is you want to go over here to options and go to controls. And the reason being is if you guys have played Medal of Honor single player anyway, the 2010, it had a really nice peek and lean kind of functionality to it that was missing in the multiplayer aspect, and which is missing in quite a few games for that matter. You can actually enable it in Medal of Honor Warfighter. And what you got to do, go down to this peek and lean class right here, class ability. And you can actually change how it functions. So you want to turn it off. And what that does, it puts all of your class abilities are mapped to the up button on the D-pad, and then you can peek and lean with your left bumper, which is a really, really nice incentive. So when you're playing your game, and you'll see it here in some gameplay in a few minutes, when you're playing in game, you don't have to completely come out of cover. You can pop your head up, you can peek around corners and stuff like that. Really, really cool. So once you get that set, let's go over to My Soldier, and this is kind of in Medal of Honor Warfighter, you have 6 classes. You have 6 classes and 12 different nationalities to choose from for a total of 72 different kind of variants. You've got your sniper class, assaulter, which is kind of like your all-around guy, demolitions, really heavy armored, heavy gunner, obviously carries a heavy machine gun, point man, he's a quick kind of rushing kind of character, and same thing with special ops, who's got the ability, they can see through walls and stuff and highlight enemy players. But let's take, for instance, we'll go with the assaulter here. You can see the green check mark, that's what I have selected. You can go down, you can change unit, change nationality. You can basically play for the country that you want to play for. So for me, being, I'm from the U.S., obviously I'm going to choose U.S. OGA Assaulter. But as you can see, you've got Canadian, South Korean, Norwegian, SEALs, Russian, Polish, another Army guy, German, British, Australian SASAR, and the Swedish SOG. And you can change. You can see they have different skins. They look different. Some of them you can see at the bottom there. The Polish Grom guy, he comes with a HK 416. It kind of tells you what his default loadout is. The default loadouts are changeable, and we'll get into that. But let's go back to what I had here on the US. You go to confirm unit selection, and then say you want to change his weapon around. You just go to change weapon, and then it kind of loads the weapon customization menu. Again, very in-depth, a lot of stuff you can modify in here, which is pretty cool. These numbers out to the right of each selection indicates how many different options you have unlocked. So for me here, if I go to select weapon, you can see that I have two different weapons. This is the Daniel Defense M4V1 OGA. That's the standard weapon that comes with the American Assaulter. As you can see, I actually unlocked the HK 416, and you get the unlocks pretty rapidly. So let's go HK 416, confirm weapon selection, and then you can kind of change around. Say I want to change the optics. You kind of scroll through these menus. If I just want to go with normal iron sights, if I want to use an aim point, or if I want to use an ACOG, I can do it. This one's nice because it's got the ACOG and the iron sights. You can see it off to the right there. So let's go ahead and confirm that. Again, barrel assembly, and you can see up in the top right where it says weapon stats as you scroll through here. Very similar to Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Future Soldier. When you made it changes to your weapon, it kind of changed the weapon stats. So I'm just going to stick with this. It's the only one I have unlocked. So we'll go with that one. And again, you can make changes to the muzzle, receiver group, magazines, and then paint job. Quite a few different paint jobs here. And again, you just scroll through it, and this one, it tells you in the middle, these are all sand colors, these are all forest camos, earth camos, snow camos, urban, and special camos. I'm gonna go with, let's go with grass. And you hit apply, and there you go. There's your gun, hit done, and then you can hit B to go back. What else we got here? You can also see which the kill streaks, how they work in Medal of Honor is a little bit different than what you're probably used to playing COD. Each class comes with a set of predetermined kill streaks, and there's 4 different levels. So for instance, the Assaulter, you can see in the top right, those 4 dots. Right now it says guided missile. As you kill people or do actions in the game, whether it be defending, planting a bomb, killing an enemy, what have you, you earn support action points. As soon as you get enough points, it unlocks, a level of the support action. There's 4 levels per character. So you can see this one. The first one is, it just passed. I'll catch it on the second go around. But you get, an offensive and a defensive action, and those are mapped to the left and right D-pad respectively. So for me, if I was a level 2 like it is right now, my support actions would be, and now it's level 3, would be Cluster Bomb and a RQ-7 Shadow, which is like a UAV. To use those, you just press left and right on the D-pad and launch whatever it is that you're doing. And we'll go through that. So Platoon, you can create a platoon. It's like creating a clan. Basically, you can invite your friends, kind of like Call of Duty Elite with their different, clan system and that. Normal standard, stats and leaderboard. And then one of the biggest things and most confusing things is the social hub. If you press select or back, you can tell how old school I am. I still call the back button the select button. But if you press the back button on your controller, it brings up the battle log menu. If you're in a party, if you're playing with friends or you want friends to join you, you go to open party and you can see who's in your party. You can have parties up to 10 people. And the party's broken down into 5 fire teams with 2 men each, which is essentially your battle buddy. You can always tell the host of the party because he's got the gold crown. So for me, for instance, I'm the only one in here, so I'm automatically the host. But one of the most important things you want to do is once you're in here and you're paired up with the friend that you want to play with, you want to go to lock my slot. What that does, it locks you in. Nobody can boot you out. You're going to be tied to your partner. Again, you can set party access, all friends, invite, platoon only. Very similar to the Microsoft Xbox Live Party system. And then down here, what is really nice is Medal of Honor has a built-in VoIP channel. It's kind of wonky right now in the beta. It doesn't work all the time. So right now, if you're still playing the beta, you want to stick with live chat. But you can actually change it to where, if you just want it with, your team automatically, if you just want it with your party chat, if you want it just with your fire team buddy, it kind of gives you some leeway in what you can do in there. Oops, didn't mean to back out there. And then you can toggle the voice over IP on or off. Let's see here. Again, this kind of, if you go to introduction here, it just kind of gives you an overview of all the different Battle Log Social Hub functions. And let's back out of there. And there was one more thing I did want to show you guys. I want to say it was in stats and leaderboards here. You can view, if you go to stats and leaderboard, you can kind of see your player card here. And you can open your player card and you can see how you're doing, against the world. You can see your accuracy, your win-loss, KD ratio, scores per minute, all of this stuff. You can see your top 3 classes. As you can see, I like to play Assaulter. If you go to Interact, you can just go to the gamer card or close. I'm not sure if there's a way to change the player banner yet. It doesn't seem to be in the beta. Maybe it'll have more functionality. Maybe you can do it on Battlelog on the internet. You may be able to modify it from there. But as you can see, it says OGA, assault class, and my weapon of choice and my rank and my level. And I'm assuming either you can change it at some point, customize it, or it just kind of changes dynamically based on what you're playing the most. But we can go and close out of that. Close out of that. And if you go to service record, this is where you kind of get a lot of information that Danger Close and EA didn't really explain. If you go through, let's go all the way back to number 1 here. There's 104 different things you can flip through, and it's just basically little information tidbits about the game. So for instance, grenade launcher, they talk about the German KSK heavy gunner, what he comes with, heavy gunner, defensive support actions. It tells you, not everybody knows what an RQ-7 Shadow is. So it I suggest going through all these. I'm not going to go through all of them with you because it would take forever. But I suggest, if you've got time, flip through it because it'll really help you understand the different classes and the different support actions and how they should be used. So we'll go ahead and back out of that. And then let's get a game here. Let's just go to, and of course you can, if you go to Find Game, you can search by your favorite servers, if you have any recent servers that you may have played on, or you can just go straight server browser. It seems that, and this is coming from a console FPS guy, it seems like this is a console port of a PC game. It seems like this game was designed for PC, which is totally fine. I totally get that. Just from the menu system, the feel, and the way everything works. But it does function on Xbox. It's not bad. So I just went to quick match. Again, as you guys know from playing the beta, there's only 1 level, there's only 1 game mode. So let's get in the game here and check it out and see how we do.